Have you ever wondered what happens when you turn on the faucet or when you flush the toilet and the water goes down the drain? Well, you should, because it's an important part of the city and its functionings. Everyone in Thousand Oaks, actually 90% of the people in Thousand Oaks, rely on this place. Now I'm talking about the Hill Canyon Wastewater Treatment Plant. And we're going to go and we're going to be in for a very fun adventure. So, come on, let's go. This is pretty cool, actually. You wouldn't expect this here, that's why.
Right.
Totally unexpected.
It's really a great treatment plant. It was built to withstand an awful lot of flow coming in here for a long period of time. It's just a premium plant, one of the nicest ones in the world, I think.
And when was it built?
Well, it's being built. It's been under construction since basically the time that it was built back in, I believe it was 1965 is when it started.
Yeah, so this place is running 24 hours a day, right?
Absolutely.
And so there's someone here always working?
There's somebody here 20 and a half hours a day, actually. Let me take that back. That's 20 hours a day.
20 hours a day?
20 hours a day.
So for 4 hours it kind of shuts down, or what?
No, it doesn't shut down. It runs automatically.
Oh, okay.
It's got a very sophisticated alarm system, a very sophisticated monitoring system. We monitor stuff 24 hours a day. It's just, it's not particularly necessary to have somebody here that 4 hours.
Okay. So in case of emergency, you have...
People are called back in.
Oh, okay. So, you gotta get used to the smell.
Yeah. Really, does it bother you? I swear I don't even notice it anymore.
So you're used to the smell, but I'm not.
Okay.
Actually, I'm actually kind of used to it now. At first it hit me, but I'm used to it now, actually. Okay.
Glad to see.
Okay.
You're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. Okay.
Yeah, these are the primary settling tanks, and essentially water comes into the facility. You remove the rags and other things, separate them from the waste stream. You pump the solids out of the bottom of these to our anaerobic digesters, which I'll tell you more about when we get over there.
And so what are we looking at right here?
This is a flow equalization basin, and what it essentially does is once the water goes through the primary clarifier, we set it out here for a portion of the time. The idea is, water comes into the plant in peaks and valleys, and what we try to do is just kind of smooth that out. And we can do that by putting water in the basins. When it's high, we put it in here. When it's low, we take it out of here and pump it back into the plant.
Okay.
So, saves energy. It's good for the treatment process.
So right now it's a low period.
Actually, let's see, 9 o'clock. It's starting to get a little peak coming in here.
Oh. So water will come out of there?
No, actually water comes out of here. A portion of it is diverted to the treatment process. A portion of it comes back here. Then when the flow dips down low again, we'll take this water and put it back in the treatment plant.
I got a question.
Sure.
When are there certain times when there's more I think you kind of touched on it. Is there certain times when there's more flowage coming through here?
Just if you think about it, a certain amount of time is when people wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Depending on when that is, 6 to 8 o'clock. So we'll see the peak a couple hours later than that. And then, school's in session, things like that, Super Bowls, stuff like that. And then at night, there's a night peak too. People go to bed, then flow goes down, pops back up again.
What you said the Super Bowl, is that time when there's generally a lot more?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, a couple hours.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl peak. Everybody knows about it in business.
So how many gallons does this holding tank hold?
This one right here?
Yeah.
A couple million, that's all.
Couple million? That's not too much.
Well, it doesn't hold it all day long. It only holds it for a couple hours. Okay? But water gets recycled around the plant. It's not just, always goes in one direction. Sometimes it comes back in other ones. Here are the aeration basins right over here.
So this is all new?
Right. These aeration basins are all new. Essentially what we're doing here is we're cultivating a certain type of bacteria. We're also removing nitrogen. We nitrify, we take the material which has got ammonia in it, we nitrify it, then we denitrify it. And by doing that, we reintroduce it back into the front of the tank, which is an anoxic zone, which is very low in oxygen. So the nitrate that's been generated by nitrifying is then used as a food source for the incoming bacteria. So it's, it's basically, you think we're cultivating bacteria in those tanks, and it works very effectively. It's very simple, very effective.
And how many gallons does that tank hold?
3 or 4 million.
It's a lot of water. And so, what are all these like pipes and stuff like?
Well, you're introducing oxygen down at the bottom of them. They're about 30 feet deep. And so basically a bubble up oxygen through there. Oxygen's life. You know, the food source is oncoming. It's organic material that comes into the plant. Like I said, we very carefully cultivate the bacteria that's in there. We watch it under the microscope all the time to see how it's performing. So, you know, our goal is to have optimal treatment here 365 days a year, and it works very well.
So these are the pumps?
Yeah, these are the blowers that provide the air for the aeration system. And they're super energy efficient. You know, they're super energy efficient blowers. As a matter of fact, Edison gave us $80,000. I think it was, well, no, I take that. Edison gave us $75,000 to install them as an energy conservation measure.
Oh, okay.
And they're just excellent pieces of technology.
So they
provide the air for all the aeration system there. You know, for the secondary process.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all the air that you see.
Those are the blowers?
Those are the blowers, but you see a real fine bubble coming up. It's not like coarse bubble where you'd see, you know, things. We're going to go to the secondary clarifiers.
Secondary clarifiers.
Right.
And that was...
That's basically the water that comes from here, goes right over there.
And that's the primary clarifier?
No, that's the primary clarifier.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Aeration basin.
Aeration basin.
Secondary clarifiers.
Okay. I think I'm getting this now.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, it's like all the clarifiers are the same. You're putting water in there with the idea that you want to settle out whatever solids are in there. So it's a water-solid separation process.
And so the water coming from here is from...
The aeration basins.
From over there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it just comes out from the middle and...
Yeah, it comes out from the center, dissipates outward, comes out here, settles out. We collect it. It's got collectors on the bottom here. Collect that solids portion, and again, we're pumping it to one of two places. In that case, we're pumping it to this gravity belt thickener over here, which thickens it before we put it in an anaerobic digester.
So you can get it out easier?
Well, yeah, it's just a way of removing it. It has to be removed, so it's just a simple way of doing that.
Okay. So this does the same thing as the other one?
The other one, yeah. It's just a little different, a little older.
So this one looks a little bit more like cloudier. Or...
It's not really. It just has a little material on top. But see the arms? They sweep it around and they put it there so it gets pumped away as scum as well. So it's no big deal. It's meant to contain within that ring all of this stuff. So the fact that it's there, it's kind of insignificant.
Oh, whoa. So that spins around?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a little different too. That's like similar to two. No, actually, this is one of a kind like this for a secondary clarifier. Very typical that primary clarifiers look like this. But those two are actually different technology for extracting the solid.
Yeah, the primary clarifier is square.
Yeah, they can be round or square. It doesn't really matter. Rectangular, actually.
Yeah, that's quadrilateral.